Where the hell did that go? Wait for it. Okay, there. I'm going to share this real quick. One moment. We'll get going here in just a minute. I'm going to share a link. Yeah, this takes forever to set up. There. Well, that's the totally wrong link. How does that work? All right, let's put up a different video here, picture here. Wait for it. Oh, let's see. This is always a struggle. Here, you can watch. Here's a screenshot. I'm trying to set this up and just post a link over in Facebook. Where's that one I had? It's 2019, 16, the BU penny rolls. But I put up a link, and it, you know, puts up some sort of gibberish that it cached weeks and weeks ago. There. Post. Wait for it. Okay, there. That's in the coin up group right there. Okay. Here's what's this. Liz got a video up. Okay. There's Cindy. All right, let me hit the pause on this bit. All right, we're gonna go. Let's start over. This is how I usually start. Hey, we get the big show 9:30 on Sundays. Sunday. Did I do this? RB Area sent this in. He's made a few of these and put them on different shows. They're wonderful. They're splendid. I think you guys can hear noise. I can't. There. All right. So I'm cleaning up after this coin class. We're talking about, you know, penny roll hunting. You know, people go through rolls of coins looking for good stuff. And as a prop, one of the things I had was this box of 2016. It's been sitting over in a chair over here for 2 years and then some at least. What year is this? Damn near 3 years. You're watching the replay? All right. Yeah. Oh, the troll got us pretty good. But I thought we'd go through one of these rolls, right? Because you can find stuff in these. They're brand new pennies. That's all they are. Ain't nothing special about them. Oh, let me get the keyboard out of the way. And I got the camera here at the ready. Let's see if it works. There it is. Okay, that's from a different roll. Look how filthy that is. Never been circulated. Went from the mint, right, to the Federal Reserve, to the coin rolling companies. In this case, they used an NF spring roller. Then it ended up in my bank, right down here in Lake City, Florida. There it is. That's just a paper that I don't know what the hell that is. Let's open one of these. Where's that toothpick? And I thought I'd talk about what it takes to be, you know, one of the top coins, because folks go through rolls. I saw Blues. He did a show the other day where he went through 1955 S's and found some neat stuff. Seriously, you can do it with any year. Okay, now I wash my hands, right, but I'm out of gloves. I got one cotton glove here. I'm saving that for the big show. I'll pick up some more. Look at that, brand spanking. Look how shiny they are. Huh? Okay. That was awesome. Let's have a look. Yeah, he got some good stuff in there. Some nice big fat chips. Now, these I'm going to just shove off to the side. That'll be our reserve. But I want to go through this first roll. If we just open it right here and pick these apart one coin at a time. Oh, come on, get out. Up, up. Because you're going to have this on the new W quarters too. Same sort of thing where, you know, just the raw coins right straight from the mint into the hopper, counted into bags. They weigh them up and count them. There. That's just a paper. This has no bearing on what's exactly in the coins, usually. Okay, we'll get rid of this one. That goes over here. And we'll look at each one of these individually. This is the one that was on the end right there. You can tell because, well, first off, it's filthy. Where are you here? First off, it's filthy. Oh, Christ. Brand spanking new. Ain't been spent the first time. But look, it's got this mark. You're going to find this. Right? You got this ring. It's like crimping because they hold the coins, wrap the paper around them, and they got to spin the darn things. And well, the way that works, they grip it real hard, and the machinery is going to leave this ring on a lot of times on the end coins, the front and the back. I bet you this one over here. Okay, the back one this looks like, let's see if we can find the back one. Because there's a chance that there's the same marks on the coin from the other end as well. Should have saved that. Okay, they got to be up here in the loose ones. They got to be one of these. Yep. Okay, nothing on that one. And you're going to check the front and the back. But these roller marks, you figure you got 50 coins, you get 100 sides, right? Front and back on each coin. That's 100 sides. One of them is going to be exposed to the right end, one on the left end. So 2% of all the coins can be expected to have a roller mark each time they're rolled. That's if they leave roller marks every single time. And they don't always leave roller marks, but you can figure up to that. Oh, that one's got some neat color. Okay, we'll look at that one next. But you figure 2 coins out of 50, well, you're actually looking at 4% of your coins can be screwed up. That's not where I want to be. Super Nitric has a box of 2019 Ds. Would you be interested in having some for the big show? Absolutely. One anyway, so we can give away, 1 penny with each show. That'd be awesome. A whole roll would be, just as good. We can hand that out. You can't get the D on the East Coast so easily. You can't get the P's on the West Coast. I found one. I forget which one it is. Probably the P. I've been using my debit card quite a lot lately. Where's the screen? Here it is. Okay. So 2 coins out of 50. 4% of your coins are subject to this. With each rolling, each time these are rolled, when it goes through the cycle and ends up back at the rolling company, again, 2%, 4% would have these darn roller marks. Well, okay, well, kick that aside because that is done. It will never, ever have numismatic value, no matter what. Where's my coffee can? Oh, there's my waste bucket. I'll roll these up while watching Mantis Coins. Oh, there it is. Okay, let's look to the next one. Okay, it's got some color to it. Gonna be hard to see, but down here and around the bottom, you got some different color forming up, and heat and humidity are your big demons on that. Let's see if we can show it over there in the camera. No, we can't show nothing. Well, maybe you can just barely see a different bit of darkness on the lower side of that coin. Let's try to catch up in chat. Oh, wait, don't touch the mouse. Computer's gonna go haywire. There it is. Linus wants to say hi. Good night. Be kids. Don't fight. We do our best. Yeah. Are you still up? It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Hidden has 0 2019. Nothing. Stupid old Indiana. Okay, but trying to figure out what to do with them. I'll send you a few rolls. Absolutely, we'll have to have them. The first roll I'll break up, and we'll send out one here and there. Everybody likes to have the new one. And then well, geez, we can give them a choice, because I got all these 2016s. I'm just not getting to them, right? I think there's another box over there, too. I'm just not getting to them. So we could give them a choice of a, 2016P, which it might jump on the West Coast, or 2019D that you said. Yeah, they'll love it. Okay, let's see what we got. We want to pick these apart and look for the best of the best. I mean, the primo. What do you got for problems right out of the roll? And you're going to have these on your W quarters, right? Maybe not so much the spots. You're going to get the spots here. You see these on all the pennies because it's the rinse where they electroplate the darn things, and they got to wash away the electroplating. So you get this rinse agent is leaving these black spots on your pennies. God knows what this is. It might be just slobber. Okay, but we want to find a coin that doesn't have any contact marks. And you'll look at these and inspect them real well because the contact marks just jump right up. Let's see if we can find any. This one looks to be pretty darn decent. There's a little bit of a mark here. Maybe right there on the B. We'd have to zoom in, take a look. But otherwise, this looks to be pretty good. Now we got to check the back side. And boy, it's hard. Look right in the middle of the E. That one, you kick that one out. Not good enough for top grade. Okay, now let's, what do I mean by top grade? Okay, we're going to go back to the screen for a bit. Alrighty, there's the screen. Here's great collections. A buddy of mine uses this. He picks through BU rolls, finds the absolute best he can, and he submits it. Now they will give you a discount on PCGS slabbing, right? And for these modern coins, you're looking at 17 bucks or so. It's a great bargain, and then they'll also list the darn thing and auction it off for you. And he sent in, a 1972 MS67 or whatever, and picked up, 200-300 bucks. And he does this a few times a month. That's, I don't know about you, but that's pretty good money. Okay, let's get over here. PCGS. This is their site. I got it up on Lincoln Sense, and I got 2016 is what I'm looking for. Oh, way down here, and what's this? Oh, that's proofs. 2016, I should have had this. Here's a Shield Sense. 597079. And wait for that to load. Here you go. That's your regular old Shields. And what you got, the photos are usually the top 1, 2, or 3 coins that they have certified. And you can see in this example, and if I click that, it'll show it up big. But it takes forever to load. Alright, let me drink some coffee while that loads. Let me see if you can see what I can see. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. That's my screen, just a big black emptiness. Like the love in my heart. Okay, that's not going to load. Ever. But this photo is an MS67 red. There it is. And what we've got to find is one that's as good or better. And I'll explain why in a bit. So I'm looking at this thing. I'm looking at how well centered it is. Right? See, on the left side, I'm pretty close to the thickness of the rim on the right side, but it's a little bit imbalanced. That's probably what kept it from getting a higher grade. You got a few tiny little bits, these little marks, these little bits. These are your rinse spots here under of. Can you see that at all? There, we can just see those 2 marks up here. Alright, I can shift it. Oh, look, what's this one? This is an MS66 red. And I got a contact mark here, right? I got a few little dings in the rim. There's one on his forehead, and one under the date. I think there's too many marks here to really warrant MS66. I think they might have dropped the ball here. What do you got? Under T is a pretty good size. That's a millimeter. Above pluribus. But again, the spots are minimized. There's one at the rim at 3 o'clock here. Generally the color is even across the thing. By the time you get to 67, you get a uniform color. It's looking really sharp. That's what it takes to get these high grades, is as few blemishes as possible. Here's another 66. A little bit of chatter on the shoulder, you'll get that. These are just rub marks. Okay, this one I think is a little excessive for 66, and you got a few on the date, but these are tiny little marks. Okay, let's kill that and look at the values. What happens to the values in these, and how many are there? I'm going to go over here. We got their stuff. I see no listings for MS70. Wait for it. I got to move this over. There it is. Okay, I see they have 0 certified examples. Just regular old 2016p and MS70. They got a neat one down here that sold for $45. I'm going to open that in a new window and see what the heck that is. And this doesn't really make any sense, because if you find it, it's a what? It's a Great Britain MS70 Ascension Crown Penny. Well, okay, that's some reason or other that ended up in this auction listing. That's it. What? Okay. In 68, they got 4 examples. In 67 plus, they've got 1 that they certified. In 67, 79 that they have certified out of 4.7 billion made. Only 79 make it to MS67. That's what this picture is. Values, they're saying 30 bucks is what they're saying for 67. Well, if it's costing you how much to get it certified, shipped, $30 is about, break even. Really, I don't like to, send a coin for submitting unless I'm going to make $100 for sure. Okay, so 67 plus is about where you'd break even. They've got 5 coins so far that have made the grade. Looking at these, 617 mid-year 2 years ago. They had a few others sell. I'm going to guess this one was a pretty good. This guy stole it, an MS67 for $20. Here it is. Here's a picture of that very coin. This sold on eBay for $19.99. Huh. For a 67 red. Yeah, I'd say that's probably a bargain because there aren't that many. 79 certified. Let's look at NGC, what they've got for the date. Where's NGC? Here's NGC. Now, if you're looking at the screen, I can't see you guys. I can't see the chat, unless you can see the chat on the screen. Okay, let's enter the U.S. price guide. Look at cents. Lincoln cents, Shields. Okay, we're in MS, and let's get the filter. So we're looking at, say, 50, whatever. Go to 70. There, let's look at the uncirculated 65 and up. Okay, that's it. And include plus grades. All right. 2016. Here we go. There's what we're looking at. In red, and for some reason you get MS Brown, but they have no values listed there. $4, $17, $150 is what they're saying for MS 70. Now, let's see if you can see this first. There, right up here, you got this little thingy up here in the right corner. MS and proof, that's what these tabs are. This one with the 3 little thingies is your census. That's your population count for what they've certified. Oh, and I got to change the filter each time so it'll show up right. There you go. For 2016, MS Red, you've got 7 certified in MS 65, 112 in 66, 163 in MS 67, and 5 in 68. So really there aren't that many. And if the values are right, MS 67 is where it starts to pay off. MS 66 is, what's the value on MS 66? Oh, stop doing that. Let's see, 2016 red, MS 66, $17. So 67 is what we want to beat. So we want to find some coins that look just like this one, or better. Better is good. Let's catch up on chat real quick. Here it is. There's chat. Let's go back to home. There, I can see you guys. Josters is here. How are ya? You get 0 2019s. You got some from Home Depot. Well, if the pennies are out, the quarters aren't far behind. One guy says, oh, I found 4 2019 W quarters in a row. Show me pictures. Show me pictures. That's all you got to do. And put them in the coin up group and get pictures of that. PCGS has they get a bounty for the first 2019 W submitted for grading. $5,000. Dude, ain't got to be good. It just has to be first. You figure maybe one will get there the first day, and then the next day they'll get 17,000 of them. Yeah, they're going to make up that bounty real quick. I've got a bounty for a 2019 quarter. You send one in to the big show, because we're going to give it away to somebody, and you will win this very set. That one, 2001 proof set. That's what I had. But we'll give you a choice of some other things when and if it does come in. $10 value. Okay, a 70 should go for far more than $150. Yeah, those high grades. Let's go back to the screenshot. Go back to PCGS. Okay, how do we get to here? There we go. The highest grades. Here you go. 67, 68, an occasional 69. How many MS Mint State 70s get graded? Dude, not many. Not many at all. 69 is the best you're going to hope for, especially on these shields. Because, dude, they're crap. But 67, 68, that's where it becomes well worth it to submit them, you know, and sell the darn things off. Right? 25, 30 bucks on 2012, but at 67, nope, at 68, that's the big money. Yeah, you can get a few $100 for these. 2015, $1,000. I really want to look at that and see how many they got. A lot of times you only have one or two that are in these high grades. There may be more out there because they made 4.7 billion of them. There you go. Here's a picture of a 66. It doesn't look anything at all like the 66 on the 2016 from the year before, year after. Here we go. Population in 68, they have certified 2 of the darn things. Let's see. Yeah, you can see that. They certified 2. They got 6 and 67 plus, and a pile of them 67, 170. But below that, not many. This is somebody that made a mistake and slipped it in by accident. Okay. $2. Okay, you get a token value on those. But in 67 and up, that's where they look like this. That's when they start to produce some value. But 68, there's 2 of them. That's how come they get so much. And yeah, you'll see these values, $300, $400, $500, right? Thousands of dollars in some cases. 2005D, there you go. It's really neat because before the shields, getting the 69s was not at all out of the question. You just don't get you don't get 69s in the shield sense. The Zinkins. Okay, take it back. Let's go to the 70s. Oh, what's this? 98. That's 87. Yeah, top grade. A few $1,000. A few $1,000. You know, in MS69, because it's so darn easy to screw these coins up in circulation. What do you got here? 82 zinc, large or small dates, going for 5 digits. All right. And they get these values because they are few and far between. Let's see. There's the chat. So we know why they're getting the value, because they're very few. 1, 2, 5, 70 out of billions. This is hunting for a needle in a haystack, is to try to get one out of this roll that's seriously superior. And we got to pick them apart. So we got this one right here. And I've got spots. This ain't going to get no 67, 68. Here's a dingo. All right, big smash through the cent. All right, throw that back. Now, they're still collectible, right? Especially if you've got them with no darn spots. Gosh, if you get the coins with no spots, you get a head start. Just for your own collection, if you can get them. What's going on here? I think that's the way the color is affecting it. That almost looks raised. Here's one. So I've got to keep the loop handy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's totally colored up. That's totally spotty. Alright, is this one going to cut it? I got big nasty spots here. No, this is junk. Big gash over here. Junk. What's in the back? Anything? Lots of spots. You can get them with few contact marks. But getting them that are clean, that don't have these nasty... What do we call that? Zinkney? Okay, what you got here? 2016, of course. Yeah, be on the lookout. Every now and then you get a funny date that slips into there somehow. But I got a few little blemishes here. But the spots aren't too bad on this one. Here you go. Watch your rim. Nicks in the rim are going to take down the grade as well. So this one doesn't quite make the cut. But you know, looking at it in person, that looks pretty darn decent. I'd be proud to have that in my collection, but I'd like to find one that doesn't have that giant slash right above the date. There we go. So picking out the best of the best can work for you, but you got to be tight. You got to be picky, man. Nope. Big spot, big spot. Now the camera here is going to change the way these spots appear. So if I tilt it, it'd be closer to to what you're really seeing. And they get a little better, but the camera's going to just really dress up these dark spots. Yeah, doo-doo all over these things. Call it rubbish, and the bane of all that is baney. This is bane-worthy right here for sure. Okay, that's out of here. Take the next one. Keep on going. And you're going to find the same issues on a lot of these coins because they're handled mechanically, right? Going through the press, getting minted, going into the injection chute, dropping into the hopper, then the counting where they count. Then the rolling machines are going to, they'll experience the same sort of conditions because they're moving, 100,000 at a time or some darn thing. Okay, spotty, some marks. Got some actual color coming in over here. It's those darn NF string papers. Yep, just plain shameful. All right, that one don't make the cut. How you doing, Cajun? I'm gonna roll a 2016s, and we're gonna pick them apart and look for the best coin in the roll. And this one doesn't cut it. Gashes everywhere, gashes and slashes on the chin, in the fields. I'd rather have them in the fields than on the face, right? But I don't want them in the fields either because they show up better. You're trying to look at your collection and you're looking at the coin and you get all these spots that just kind of leap out at you. If I can get that to focus. There you go. The spots don't do any justice. It detracts from the coin. Let's look at the other side. Toss them over your shoulder for luck. These are not lucky pennies. Really, after 2009, all we've had are unlucky pennies. Yeah, and this guy, JFM, he's now your mint director. Or chief engraver, whatever the hell he is. We have a promise of dull designs for the next 20 years. This one doesn't make it. I get a big gash here, a bunch of rubs, kind of oblique hits over here. You want to know what one coin does for damage to another? Look at these coins that are brand spanking new. This is just what you get from, a little bit of handling. Doing great, getting ready for my huge birthday bash. Is it your birthday? Happy birthday. Definitely the best boxes I've had in a bit. My nickel boxes were fabulous. I got to get a nickel box, but quarters are out, man. I got to get some of them quarters. Yeah, how much are they going to be worth coming out of the door? Well, that first one is $5,000. But you got to be quick. Don't set it on the counter and say, I'll get to this tomorrow. That needs to be in the mail, being shipped out to PCGS right now. And seriously, it might actually work, to drive down and say, here, hand it to them right there. What do you got here? I got a lot of spots. That one over on the right is killer. This one over here kills it. And I can tilt that and it doesn't get any lighter. That's about it. But it looks pretty good as far as clinks and dinks. There's one up here. This one doesn't make it. Okay. Keep going. How's the back look? Better. Okay, till you get to that. Oh, these kill the coins. Kill them. But that's not too bad for blemishes. You want to get them like this and better. These wouldn't make, I think, 66 with as many spots as around here. What you got here? Got some dark spots. The fields look real good. Now I'm going to wiggle that up and down because what I'm doing is changing the angle of light. Right, the light comes in, hits a flat spot, and if I wiggle it, it moves the mirror in effect. So you can pick out those contact marks a whole lot easier. This one looks real good as far as contact. Okay, we have over here, we got a problem with the planchet. Right, some zinc bubbles. You get those. What's going on in here? Just zinc bubbles, playing with tricks on my eyes. Okay, what do we got? Just in front of a chin, and just the lightest little contact mark. Alright. Well, if not for the spots, this might be a contender. Let's look at the back. Big gash right across the C. Now watch it. If I tilt this, here it is flat, and look at that mark under the top of the C, and the way the light changes, and it'll make it jump right out at you. You can't miss it in the right angle. And actually goes from light to dark. Okay, this one isn't going to cut the mustard. That's in real good shape. But it's got a few spots. This might be the best one in the box so far, so I'm going to set it up here. Okay, whoop. I get pennies sticking in my elbow. Okay, let's set ourselves up. And I'll put best. There, we'll put that right here. There's the best one so far. Where'd it go? This one? That's the best so far. So if I got one that's better than that, we throw that one behind our shoulder and keep moving on. Bill needs one more person to get him at 100. Where's Bill? Wild Bill? Okay. Let's go to the screen for a bit. Here's Wild Bill's hobbies. He's gone. Here he is, Wild Bill's hobbies. You see these little dots? You got to put your mouse over there, and they'll appear. I'm going to open that in another channel, or another window. This Wild Bill. See that subscribe button? Make sure there's a D there. There, subscribed, and ring that bell. Right? But there's more to it than that. Where the hell's my keyboard? Here it is. There's more to it. Yep, you got coin videos? Okay, I'm going to go to this video here about the trade dollar. You got a trade dollar? Dude, I don't have a trade dollar. I can't play that because there's copyright issues. I'm going to click that, okay? Now I'm starting to interact with his channel. Alright, I'm going to leave a comment. Love your work. Bum, bum. Hit the button. Okay, that's what you got to do to become a subscriber. YouTube, if you just hit the like button, you know, YouTube doesn't care. If you just hit the subscribe button, YouTube doesn't care. You got to go through it all. You got to hit the like, watch a video, subscribe the button, and most importantly, leave a comment. It's that comment that shows YouTube, hey, I'm really interacting with this guy's channel, right? Because otherwise they'll just deduct that as, you know, a non-subscriber. Hello all, woke up, what'd you miss? Oh, we're just subscribing to you. You broke 100, by the way. Did you see that? Where'd you go? I don't know if you can see any of this. Yeah, you broke 100. Alright, so there's Wild Bill. You go to his homepage. And there, I'm going to reload that, see if anybody else followed suit. Says, give me something to do while I smoke. Nope, you're at 100 subs. So, that's a hell of a start, man. How long you been on? There. We'll get you there, baby. One way or another, we're gonna make it happen for you. Let's see, where's home? Oh, I got this thing off kilter so bad. Home, there it is. So we got one coin with very, very few marks and very, very few spots out of the roll. But most of them aren't going to make it here. How's this one look? I got marks, I got spots. There's a big mark right there. I don't care for this one. Let's kick it out. Look at the back. Yeah, I got several marks, little ones. You see them here and there. Wiggle it. See right here, this bright line? If I change the angle that the light's hitting that, you'll see it differently, and it'll become dark spots. There you go. And I'm going to kick this one out too because of all these little ding-a-lings right in here, plus the big one. Alright. So really this might be a 64. Right out of the package. As good as they come. It might get 65 over in PCGS because really they're pretty small marks. You got to realize this camera, the way it's zoomed in, especially if you're on a computer screen that's, you know, this big, you're looking at a coin far bigger than it should be when you're grading these coins. Let me look at it here. Yeah, I might give that a 65 in reality, looking at it in hand. But those blemishes aren't doing it any favors. Where the hell did you go? These little spots are just, get out of here. Turns them to poop real quick. Alright, let me find the chat again. There's chat. There's that. Okay. Ken helps people with his channels a lot. It's the whole idea is to, it don't cost me nothing to subscribe to someone, right? And the whole idea is, well, let's get them over 1,000 so they have the chance to monetize their channels. Look, getting the people come back, right? Getting them to watch and getting those view hours, that's all them. That's all on them. They got to put out the content that keeps the people coming back. But at least I can, give them the first thing of getting them over 1,000. It don't cost me nothing. Only takes a second. A lot of people, have stopped in to see my shows, so I got no problem with that. Okay, see the contact mark? One in front of his nose, up here by the hair, one on his neck. There it is, so I show that right. And a few pesky little spots across the coin. But this is pretty decent. This does no favors for it. That's just unsightly. This one does not qualify. All the 2019s I have seen have bubbles and circles on them, like someone fried bacon near them and got spattered. Yup, that's called linear plate blisters, or linear plate bubbles, or just plate bubbles or blisters. It's a problem with the way the copper bonds to the zinc core, because these are plated coins. Well, you get these little spots where it doesn't really bond right, or maybe it holds on then lets go, and you get this pocket of gas in there. It's a bubble, a blister. Well, this one doesn't make it because of those nasty spots. Throw that off to the side. And we'll probably find one here. We found a couple of so far. Sometimes you get them so bad, the whole coin looks like the pox. And we call it zinc and pox. All right, what do you got there? We got a little bit, that's not a blister. That's actually a die chip. And that's a common spot for them. I kept a few just for the sake of it. But that's a common spot. But zinc, other features of the zinc, you're going to get these lines. Let's see if we can get the focus right. Here, kind of this way. It's the way the zinc planchet, the zinc core is rolled. You get these lines and striations across it. And when it's plated, it doesn't fill it smoothly. So you get this, kind of a scratched look to your coin. Okay, we got a little mark here. That's not too big. That's not too detracting. But the one on the T, no, that looks like a chip actually. Nope, I've got two different marks on that coin. One at the bottom, right, and there's another one to the middle going diagonal, so it makes it look like a chip. That's out of here. Silver says, off the screen, the left quarter is too far for us to see. All right, let me tell you, can you see the tip of the pointer here? That's one tip. Let's see, one up here. Then I got a cutout for the window. And here's the bottom right over here. That's what I see, as you should see. Okay. Yeah, see, I can move this stuff all around. Let's see. I can move it, right? I can resize it. But whatever is in the camera is what will fill this rectangle area. And I can stretch that around, which is kind of neat. Kind of like false imagery. Let's see. Let's get it down to regular size. There. And I can stretch a little more. There, so it snaps to fit. That's what... that's the actual image, but I can stretch that and actually put parts of it outside the screen so you can't see it, right? Like there's half of me. I'm really here, but only from the left over. See? I just shove over. There. I'll just let you see the top of my head. That'll work. Yeah, we get to play with this stuff. I put myself in the corner so you have a face to attach to the voice. Well, I'm afraid this coin doesn't cut it either. Mostly good. Jeez, it's a real peach. It's probably a 65. But it's not going to make it to 66 or 7. So that's got to go. What's this one? Oh, wow. Splotchy as hell. I think they took a jackhammer to his head. That gash is going to keep it right out. This is when it starts to, border on damage. Well, any contact mark technically is damage, but it's Well, it's part and parcel with a hobby. It's when they become extreme that, okay, then it falls under the classification of real damage beyond just a contact mark. Well, the whole idea is to get the best of the best and get a coin, get a booger on them that has no contact marks. This one, killer. These aren't doing it any favors. All right, that one we don't even have to look at the back. We can disqualify that outright. The new BU, yep, B now stands for blotchy. That's what you get on these. They're blotchy as hell. Oh, just replete with spots. And not a thing you can do about it. There's a contact mark here. This is pretty decent. Okay, get a little rubbing right here along the cheek. Is it wear? Is it rubbing? Well, it's got a little rub. It's not really worn. What you got here is a couple of marks. This one's not too bad. Yeah, okay. Maybe it is. Yeah, those spots are going to keep it out. Yeah, these couple of marks, that's going to knock it out of the 67 range. That's what I wanted, a 67. Can you find one in a roll? Some of these don't make it to 65. What you got here? Wow, spots are minimal here. Got a mark over here, one up here, a couple there. I have a possum on the porch. You can hear him. Okay, how's the back? A little more here. We got one there, up at the top of the thing, right in here. A few spots. See the striations I mentioned. You see over here? These just little streaks is all it is. It's the zinc planchet. That's what's going on. It didn't quite get rolled or plated well. I want to look and see what this funny thing is. But otherwise, I'd say this might be a contender. Yeah, that's definitely going to keep it out. And a bit on this high point here. Okay, I'm going to put that over here with the best. Here it is in real life. That looks pretty decent. If we can get it to focus. Focus! Hocus, focus. Okay, no matter. We'll put it there. We got two that are looking pretty good. The rest of them, I'm not hopeful. What's the grading? We'll take a look at them. These over here, the two that are best, they're probably 65 and 66, thereabouts. What we're looking for are 67s and higher. And for that, I got to have a nice even color across the coin, right? I want to get these spots, these blemishes, down to none, ideally, or very, very few, but certainly none like this. What is that? Licorice? Not going to work. Okay, we got some rubbing on the shoulder here. This one doesn't make the grade. Some contact marks. Doing it no favors. We got all of this going on. Several coins laid on this one. This one was on the bottom of the hopper. That one ain't going to cut it. What's the back look like? Death warmed over. These are brand new pennies. KPAlive.com. That's me. Bogus units. That's what you get. 100 bogus units per coin automatically. Yep. Now, if you got questions about coins, email me. But really, there's another email. Let's see. Let me pull this up. Bear with me for a moment. There it is. Well, I grabbed some coffee. Okay. Here it is. Where's the screen? There's the screen. There's my blog. Okay, you got live Q&A. We do it Thursday nights. We got a whole panel of us. I missed last night. I'd apologize to Paula terrifically because she was kind of hoping I'd show up. Sorry. I slept for the past 24 hours. Okay. Where is it? Check my coin at yahoo.com. You got photos, send them in. And really, Thursday night's a good time. Because I get people to send me photos every day, all day, every day, and I cannot stop what I'm doing to jump on somebody's coins. I'd love to, really, I would. But, I mean, I've got 20 emails a day. I can't do it. I can't do it and have a life. So send it to that email address. Yep, and make sure they're good photos too. If you got a coin photo and it's like this, don't send it because I'm not going to look at it. Give me a good, clean, crisp photo, upright, properly zoomed. Right? You send me a coin and it's like, this is the coin, right? And this is the whole screen. I can't see nothing. I need a picture of the whole coin, the whole thing, front and back. Right? Then zoom in and give me a good, clear photo of the image of the area of interest. Right? And then ask me a specific question instead of just, what do you think? I think I'll move on. But you ask me, is this a double die? I see some possible doubling on the 1 and 6. Or is this a doubled ear, right? Or what's going on with the T in trust? Or whatever specific question it is. Draw my attention to that issue that you want talked about. Because otherwise I'll just talk about, 2016 pennies and how miserable they are. This one's a contender. Look, we got one nasty spot here. Couple of spots here. This looks real good. Okay, there we go. This is going to kick it out. Those are going to kick it out. The rest of it looks pretty good. Getting the best ones, that is the trick, isn't it? I'm going to put that over here with the best. So we got 3 in that pile now. We got 36 over here in the no good pile. Ken, thank you for coming up with the correct answer on the 1960. It was a 14? Ooh, look at this one. Glad to hear it, man. Wow, we got minimal spots here. Got a couple down the bottom. Right there at 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock, one at 6. All right, but these are pretty small. For blemishes, just a little contact right here. This is a contender already. All right, see? I've got good even color across the coin. All right? A little bit of toning up here that might affect it, but toning is not necessarily a deal killer because copper will tone. It's part of the nature of copper. But in this state, I've got very even color. Let's look at the other side. Could this be an MS67? What you got here? What you got? Okay, right there in the middle, I've got one. One here, one there. Something going on here. I think that's a spot. These are pretty small blemishes. Oh, this one looks real. This one is very promising. We got something going on. Let's see, right here in the center. And over here to the right. They are mighty small. And something up here at T. All right, this is a potential. Home. Let's get my fingers off of there. That's what we're looking at. Good even color across the whole coin. Very, very few spots and only 1 or 2 tiny marks. That's a possibility. I hate to see any marks though, but this camera is going to show them. It's going to show them right up. Really, I want to go to 7x and then look. And are they then distracting? That one looks to be serious. Okay, we'll put it right here. I'm going to put it at the top of the best list, so we find him again later. That's the top coins so far, and getting a better one's going to be tough, dude. It has to be near perfect to get a better one. What you got here? I got plenty of these rolls, by the way. They're $1 a piece. 2016. And one thing to look for, you'll get these. This little bit right here, you get a little clash mark on some of these. I'd probably get 5 or 6 out of each roll. And just a tiny clash mark. I call it clash mark number 1 is the way I've got on my database. Just because I got a bunch of them. Okay, how's this one going to fare? We got spots all over it. Got a big mark over here. There's a good mark. No, that's not going to cut it. Kill it. Haven't seen any I got one 2009, so until I find another one, it's worth saving. Okay, big mark right there. Now it's gonna kill it. What's going on here? We got a lot of damage on this one. This just plain no good. Bye-bye. JC Wills, I'm still freaking out. I got the prize coin out of my collection. Oh, the 1960? Or is there a different one that's a prize coin, JC Will? Yeah, I picked up a proof set a couple months ago. And I'm looking at them, and sure enough, one explodes right out at me. A nice, beautiful double die on the dime. And it's the big one, dude. Dude, it's big. It's huge. I got pictures of it somewhere. Let me find them. Let's see. Under, where is it? Camera roll? Let's see. Attributed bars. Might be in here. I hope I got pictures. Well, it's through plastic. That's right. Because it's still in the mint set. No, not in here. How come? Okay. Bet you it's in this section. Camera. I got so many different photos on these. It's killing me. Here, I'll show you. There's that. Here's screen. Here we go. There's 1,000 photos of 1,000 coins. Now, some people have sent me, some I send to them, some I put together, and here's a guy with no teeth. Let's see, let's find this. Here's some poop. Die chips. Pennies, old pennies, new pennies. Where's that dime? That might be towards the end here. Oh, here's that giant, let me pull that up real quick. This is MD, but that is some killer MD right there. That's on a Franklin half that's still in the proof set. Dude, that's just screwed up. MD will do that. It's tricky. It'll mess with you. Let's find that dime. I have no dime to show you. What's this? There. I have a dime. Here it is. And I didn't write it down, but it's like a double die number 1. And you can see great doubling on the JS. And, oh, let's see. Look at this. It's not MD. This is absolute. Look at the thickness of this. Look at the 2 points inside where it's a cusp. Right? You draw 2 circles, one on top of another, but, shift it over. And you're going to have points inside, cusps. And let's see. How does it go to the next image? That's not it. Here you go. And you got these splits in the serifs and steps. These are key indicators, like the bottom left of the T, the bottom left of the Y. Right, but go at the top, the bottom left of the overslash. What do you call that thing? There's a name for that, the overslash. Right, but look at the top right. Again, these steps, you see them in these coins. That's the trademark of a doubled die. Here you go. On the R, steps, again. Right, you got separation lines. And the thickness of this T is far greater than a normal T. On mechanical doubling, it'd be the same thickness as a normal T, but it'd be split down, split down one side where the die struck it a second time. Yeah. And you take the pictures and you compare it to what Variety Vista has, and you look for a match. That's all it is. Oh, let's see. Here's the chat. Here's my thing. But that's a good one. That's like $100 dime all by itself. Blue says, I'm still looking for the silver that ended up missing. I tell you, squeeze the dog. Just pick up the dog and shake him. If he sounds like that, put him in a cage, feed him some wet food. That's your best bet. La Drool. Yeah, that was a nice spread on that one. Well, JC Will found another one, and we figure that's number 14 by Wexler. And dude, yeah, there's dozens of the darn things. Some of these dates, well, the equipment gets worn out, and when they make the dies, they have a preponderance to slip or twist or move, or something's going on that's they're not coming out perfect. The mint wants perfect because they got to make the same coin the same way 1,000,000,000 times. So perfection, it's got to be real close. But some dates you get, scores of double dies. It's not exactly the same. It's shifted more in one direction, right? Or up or down or twisted the other direction. Okay, we got a blemish right there and a whole lot of spots. Let's kill that one. I'm going to put my finger on that one because I don't care anymore. What's going on there? Just a nasty gorge. All right, that one's gone. Bye-bye. All right, you got to understand how the doubled dies are created. It's the die that produces the coin. They don't stamp the coin twice. They stamp it once and get it done. It's out of here, right? Meet and street. That's the way that works. Get them in and get them out. But when they produce the dies, they would take the hub and press it into the die, then retract it, and then do it a second time to make sure it was right. Make sure it's nice and tight and square. But what happens if it wiggles just a little bit? Now I've got an image, and then I've got another image over it, but crooked. That's a doubled die. The die itself is doubled. And they still take the doubled die, that die, and they smash the coin once. But it's got two impressions on the die. That's going to land on the coin. And it's going to land on every coin produced by that die. That's why they're so valuable, because, you got 250,000 strikes on a die, but you got a billion made for the series. Those double dies are few and far between. But my double die is exactly the same as yours. And, well, some of them are more valuable. Some of them, they have a bigger spread, wider gaps, more pronounced doubling. Yep, get the doggy bag and chase him around with a bucket all week. And in the bucket, when you hear, aha, you get a metal bucket, it'll be louder. Have I got a piece of metal around here to make a metal sound? I got the roof. Okay, this one looks to be in pretty decent shape. A couple of small blemishes here, little bits in here, lots of little pecks. Pretty good size down here. Lots of spots though. This one's going to kill it. Nope, that one's not going to make top grade. And when they find the mistake, that's right, then they change the dies. Well, how many got through before they realized, hey man, we got some stuff going on over here in press number 5. Clean up, press 5, and they got another crew to handle that. They got to fill out a form, make a maintenance issue. Then you got to shut the thing off. Then the guys working on it have to put a lock on the breaker where they turn off the power. Because, dude, I ain't sticking my finger in there. No way. There are safety protocols to adhere to, and, well, locking out the power source would be one of them. It's an OSHA thing. There's a couple of marks here. Pretty good coin, but not good enough. Okay, what you got here? Spots. Nasty one in his face. Too many spots to get anything out of it. A little bit of a rub. Big one here at the corner. His shoulder. Alright, not going to work. You know that I started being? What'd you started being? Better? Just keep it all. Keep it all. I just need all the coins. Has anybody done the math on how much volume that would take up? I could do the math on that. How many boxes of pennies? Measure it. And figure if you covered this 4-acre field with boxes of pennies, how tall would that be to make up all the pennies that have been produced? That was not going to cut it. Too sloppy. My Ken, that coin looks ruby red. Oh, they're nice. We got some brand new rolls here, Alexander. Brand new. Still brand spanking new. I've had these for a couple of years sitting around. Right, and this is what they look like. And we're opening one roll, and we're picking out only the veriest, cherriest. See what we can find. And this is them. That one's the best so far. These are pretty close. And we're trying to see, can we find an MS 66 or 67 on these? How many? We got 4 acres out here. We're a little under 4. I call it 4 because Looks like 4 to me. Yeah. It's a good field. It keeps the neighbors at bay. And I'm allowed to shoot deer in the backyard at any time of the year. Okay, here's a real cherry one. We got a few spots over here on the left. That's going to take it out. One on his face. This one doesn't cut it. But this is what you can expect in brand new rolls. You know, spots and marks. Spots and tick marks. And getting that one that has no marks ain't going to happen. They are very few and far between. I get really excited when I find a coin with no marks. There we go. You got them on here, here, here. One on his chin. Yeah. You shuffle that, shuffle the coin back and forth in the light, and they jump right out at you. There are so many. There's a lot. 500 billion pennies. 500 billion Lincoln pennies. Well, the back of this looks real good, except for those, you know, those doo-doo spots. There you go. I got great fields. Wonderful fields. Nice and clear. Free of distractions, except for the spots, which are distractions. In here, let's see, look at the bright, the high spots. The highest points on these coins are the upper and lower ridges above pluribus. All right, got a few little dings in here. And on the corners of the banner here. That's where you're going to get most of your contact marks because they're higher. It hits that and stops hitting the coin. Well, this would be good except for the front. But that's what we want to see, is a coin that's clean all the way across. Later, when we want to get to higher grades, I want to compare, is it well centered, right? Of course, nowadays you got these tiny little rims. I mean, they're tiny. They've increased the thickness of the face of the die. And what's going on here? We get a little gibberish right here. Let's look at that. All right. I'm going to look in a little closer. I can only see so much with these eyes and that loop. Yeah, right on between the S and U. Those look to be actual polishing marks rather than anything else, but this would be on a high point on the coin, so it's a low point on the die. Okay, that's just little marks, and it seems to be on the coin. Yeah. All right, that kills it. No matter. Bye-bye. You got a 54S that's almost perfect, except for one tiny ding. It's that one ding that takes all the value away, doesn't it? That first ding takes her from 70 to 69, and, you know, it's worth a third. It's when you can find them without those dings. That's when you know you're golden. How you looking here? Fields are good, a little spotty. A little something at 3 o'clock, but it's going to be pretty minor. Alright, this is a contender. That spot at 7 o'clock is, I don't think that's survivable. That's just an awful distraction right there. But it's easily a 65 on that side. Then you can look at the other side. How you look here. Gosh, sometimes you get away with one side, and you flip it over, and you'll go from gorgeous to dog turd, just like that. You got a couple marks here on the top of the shield. One down here. You know, I want a perfect coin. These are brand new pennies. I should be able to find a perfect coin. There it is. This is what happens just in that little bit of handling. And we got those W quarters coming out. And man, they're getting handled the same way so far. If you can find them in the boxes in their brand new rolls, you got a chance. Right? You got a chance at a 65, 66, maybe a 67. But you get these, the quarters are bigger, man. They're heavier. They'll do more damage to themselves. Pennies are lightweight. You don't get these same size marks between quarters all the way down to dimes. Hitting dimes ain't so bad. You got less force. Now, this one just got too many issues. Gotta go. Now once those things, once they start circulating, because these have not been spent, they got put in bags and rolls and never left the bags and rolls. There you go. Here's a contact mark here. Look right there. There's that clash we keep finding. You know, you get several of these clash marks. That's it. That's the extent of it. That's awfully spotty. That one doesn't cut it. Well, once you start spending the coins, they don't have to be spent but 3-4 times to, you know, put some wear on the coin, to put some issues and marks on the coin. That's too bad. The back of this looks pretty good, except for the spots. Okay, keep going. So the time to find those W quarters is, you know, right now, because in 2 weeks, if they go around a few times, it's over, man. Forget it. You got no time on those quarters. Could be the spots. Could the spots be from the heating and pressing the coin? No, the spots are from a rinse agent. These are electroplated, and you have to rinse away the electrolytes before you can circulate the darn things. It's bad luck to put, you know, an acid-containing solvent out in public. It's bad luck. So they rinse it, and these spots are the result of that rinsing. It's a rinse agent. That's all it is. It's meant to lift and remove whatever colloidal substances are left in here, because the copper is in solution, and it gets drawn to the coin electrically. And that's what the plating process is. I should set up a plating experiment on the barn and do a show on that. There you go. But that's what that is. We know what it is. It's changed a couple of times, and it is an endemic issue with the copper plated coins. You don't get these on the nickels. You don't get them on the quarters. But they're talking about changing the composition of all the other coins now. Oh, Jesus. Are you serious? Zinc quarters? Don't do that to me. Don't. No. Well, it won't be long before the government starts to mine the pennies that are in circulation now to get their copper back. And that's just a matter of time. We're not allowed to melt them down, but the government is. Yeah. Look, if you want to save your copper pennies, that's up to you. But they still say it's illegal. Hey, look here. These are pretty clean. This whole area. Okay, got a mark here, a mark there. This is going to keep it from getting above 66. These spots aren't doing it any favors. There's one right here. That's all it takes. How's the front look? Wow, pretty decent. Pretty decent. There, one there. So this is going to be an MS65, because the points that I showed on the other side, let's see, seems to be something in here. These are so minor that this coin is pretty darn good. That's real decent. Let's look at the rim. Compare that to the rim down here. Very thinner over here. You know, the high grade coins, the highest grade, they're going to be more balanced. I'd have to have an even rim all the way around, a well-centered coin, to get those high grades. Big one in his head. See that one right up here? Okay, but I'm going to put this one, so far, it's a candidate for the best. And on the back, what do you got? Well, I have some road rage right here. And a bunch of little marks in the middle. Okay, this one doesn't make the cut either. Pretty darn close. You can get some real decent coins. There's no problem with these for, you know, keeping it for your folder sets. These are folder quality. If you want to put together sets of coins, people do this. They'll get you know, several rolls of many years and put together complete sets and market the sets. You know, put them in a nice brand new album, save you all the work. What you got here? This is actually an issue with the planchets. That looks pretty good otherwise. Now, to get the high grade, one thing you have to have is a sharp strike. Okay, this would take it out of the high. But for a decent coin, she looks pretty darn good. Okay, a mark on C and cents. A couple on the high points. Those bars. And a lot of spots. Hey, I'm going to go check the stove real quick. I'm hearing some funny things going on. I got a chicken in the oven. And it'll be okay. I just might need to turn it down. I think the directions said cook at 350 for an hour and a half. Well, I figured, how about I cook it at 700 for 45 minutes. That should work. But now it's making some noise. So, one moment, please. Yep, if I could crank that oven to 1,000, I'd be done in 2 minutes. You kidding? That chicken looks okay. It's not nearly as black as the last one. What you got here? Okay, spots are minimized. Alright, they're not too bad. A little bit here. There's a mark. Another mark. 3 marks. You're done. How's the back? Alright, spotty. A little bit of abrasion here. This looks like it scraped across something. That's what you have on this middle bar. That one doesn't make the cut either. Huh. Yep, from the mint you'd expect no damage, but there's always going to be something going on. And it doesn't take much to screw up a coin. You see the rim up here. 11 o'clock. That looks like it's been scraped in between, or squeezed in between something maybe. Yeah. A couple of marks that something landed harshly upon it. And that's going to take it out of contention. Well, too bad. Imagine going through thousands of rolls of these. It's what people do, dude. They do it all the time. The color looks pretty even. Big old ugly spot, though. When the spots are that ugly, that coin ain't gonna make it. You get 65 out of there, but that spot ain't gonna do a thing. Well, if we can find a 67, that'd be great. I mean, a near perfect coin. But I got too much going on here. Yep, next. Look at it 10 years from now. What, the chicken? Dude, that thing will be done in like 2 minutes, I think. I turned it down to 285. Just let it rest. Let it acclimate. Yummy, yummy. Just a baked chicken is all it is. I put some salt and pepper on it. Some, chicken spice. I have big gash right here across the T. 1 cent. And these 2 bars above and below the EPU, they're going to be the highest points in your coin. Of course, the rim is going to be a big place to absorb and create a lot of damage. It's funny, even Glenna Goodacre, Cycle, Julia, presentation dollars that were specially handled have different grades. Yep. What you got here? Lots of spots. Contact marks are few and far between. Shoulder, pretty good size one. Vast, deeper one here. Kill it. You'll find proof coins with marks. Well, if there's no perfect system, ideally you put a corner, you insert a coin over here in the machine and it comes out on the far side and hermetically sealed. But in the meantime, that coin's got to make contact with something. What if you had like an air hockey table? You get the proof coins coming out of the mint You know, they stamp them. And if you had like an air hockey system to get them to the rest of the way, would that work? Well, they still bump into each other like, you know, cars at the merry-go-round, the bumper cars. There's a mark here, another mark here, couple 3 marks. We just kick it off to the side. Yeah, I'm gonna have to write to the mint. They stop responding to me. I don't know why. So now I'm asking about how do I get press credentials? Well, there's a couple excessive marks on that one. Pretty good color otherwise. Ola says, ants. They need to blow factory air. Yeah, they need to have factory air spots. Right? They'd suck in the air from Pittsburgh, right off the street. They'd be street blown. You need that perfect air. Doesn't have to be the same temperature air. You're just bringing, you know, humidity into play. Well, this one's got a lot of spots. Good shape. I don't see much for contact marks on this side. But those spots, oh God, it's a shame. You used to open up these rolls, you know, and they're clean, they're bright, they're beautiful. And for decades, they were clean and bright and beautiful. There we go. We got 2 killers. One here, one there. That kills it. Yep, and you can still find these coins that are clean and bright and beautiful. I'll probably have some here in front of me. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, spotty as hell. What's in this? What's in this tube? Zinkins. They've been making these things for too long. How about this tube? There. Here's a coin. It's a Lincoln penny. Right? Lincoln penny. See? Lincoln penny. Spotty. Good. Devil. Copper. Crapper. Yeah. See, they didn't used to have all these spots. Yeah, you'll gain a spot here and there over time. They call them carbon spots. It's, you know, something wafted in the air and gave it a little, just a little spot. But you'd have these fields across coins. Vast areas that are beautiful. Let's look at the back of that 60. All right, that's not much better. Let's find another one. What's that one? That's a 16. That's no good. What's this one? There. Now that's a penny. That's what I'm talking about, right? I don't have a lot of contact marks, not a lot of handling marks. The way they've handled coins over the years changes, right? Different equipment. They'll handle more volume. They used to send out pennies in $50 sacks, you know, 37-pound sacks. Now they send the darn things out in super sacks. These are 4-foot wide, you know, polyethylene bags, woven polyethylene bags. They got handles at the corners so you can get in there with a forklift and pick up the bag. Or you can palletize them and pick them up from underneath. But now instead of having 5,000 coins in a bag, you've got, you know, 427,000, however many to a bag, a couple of 1,000 pounds. And there, I just slobbered on that. Give me a cotton. Here's a piece of cotton. You get me all excited over here. There, get the slobber off of there. But this is what they used to look like back in the day, right? They weren't so screwed up. What is that? More slobber? Stop it! Oh man, I'm gonna have to talk sideways. Let me move the camera over. Right? They were pretty. They were nice. They were bright. You had polishing marks, about the worst thing you'd have, and that was just from dressing up the die. These lines are polishing marks. It's a normal aspect of the coin. Easier to hide the bodies in a big super sack. Yeah, spots suck. You know, here's what the hell they look like when they're looking good. And don't have slobber on them. Alright, a tiny spot. That is the worst you can expect. And dude, this is so darn small, it's not an issue. This coin is easy MS65. I got no problem calling it that. There's nothing distracting from it. No marks, no spots of any consequence. There you go. A good sharp strike. How's the centering on that? Okay, it looks to be a little towards the upper left. A little thinner up here at the top. Yeah, I've got it flat. Than it is down here at the bottom right. Alright, so that's not going to get a 70 by any means. But that's a solid 65, 66. I got no problem calling it 65. Alright. That's what they want, is coins that are pretty. Send you an email when you have time. Check it out. Okay, I'm going to check photos of coins on Thursdays, because I can't keep up with 300 photos a week and expect to have a life. I just can't do it. I'd love to. Maybe one day when I'm retired. Calm down, Ken. Oh, let me rinse this. Suffering succotash. Don't make me say that. I'll slobber all over the coins. There we go. Let's get back to these hideous, repulsive things. Who would do that to a coin intentionally? Well, you can't serve acidic coins. That's bad luck. Now our coins the planchets are produced at Jarden Industries over in West Virginia, where it's a zinc company. They do zinc stuff. And one of the things they do is create the zinc planchets. And all they'd make is the blanks, right? Ain't nothing to it, just a blank. It's a piece of zinc with a copper covering. This one looks real good. You seeing any contact on this one? It's a shame about that spot on his head. That one looks real good. Maybe something over there towards 9 o'clock above E and Liberty. That's a pretty small blemish. Right here on his cheek. Huh. That's not bad. What do we got in the back? Oh, killer. Right there. Right here. Over on the right. That's a big one. A lot more spots on this side. Ah, shucks. I was hoping to put this over here with the best, so we'd have 5. Okay. That one don't cut it. We got 1, 2, 3. We got 7. Excuse me. We got 7 left in this roll to look at. This is one of them. How you got? Spotty. It's a big spot in 2016. Oh, my back is getting sore. What's up there by N? What the heck is that? That's discoloration from the spot, from the rinse. Coin quality is mostly good. I've got a few small blemishes over here on the right side. Yeah, I think it's enough that it's gonna knock it out. And there's that little gang. That does it. Okay, kick that one out. The best coin in a roll, and it's not even that great, really. You could go through hundreds of rolls and not find one that's, reaching into 66, 67. This is dead. That's dead on arrival. Too bad, because boy, that has. Okay, it's got a bunch of spots. It was still pretty shiny. I like that. How you look here? How you look on this one? Above the date, got some rubbing. I don't like that bit under Liberty. Alright, I'm going to scratch above Liberty. Bye-bye. We won't even look at the back. This one, dead on arrival. Already. Big, deep, hideous gash right down the middle of the coin. I feel sorry for those quarters. Those W quarters are going to come out. How many of them will be picked out in the first month or two, really? Do a lot of people know about the darn things? That's got a big gash on E. Don't even look at the front. Because if they're not picked out in the first week, they're going to end up being circulated and they'll be replete with marks. I bet you they'll still go for a few bucks. What you got there? Big gash. Gone. I'm figuring $5 to $20 is what they'll probably end up at. That first one that goes to PCGS, they get a bounty of $5,000 on it. Blue Ridge Silverhound just did a video explaining that one. He's talking about what he sees as a value aspect on those new quarters. Well, they're going to be worth it brand new, or when you get them in the fresh rolls and you protect it starting then. And even then, getting 67s will be very difficult. As you can see from just looking at these rolls, there's a tiny mark right there. I don't like the color over here. That's kind of uneven color. How's the back look? Okay, we've got a couple of marks up here at the top. That gets knocked out. That's a doozy. Bye-bye. All right, we got 4. That's what we got out of... Oh, wait. One was hiding under the mouse. It'll have a mouse mark on it. How's that one look? Awful. Bye-bye. All right. We got 4 out of 50. So this is the best 8%. Here they are. This is them right there. The one on top, that's the one I think that has the most possibility. So let's look at these. And at this point, I'm going to handle them better. I'm going to scoop them with this piece of paper onto the tray. Come on. There we go. Overshot. Get back here. Whoa. But once those coins get circulated, those new W quarters, rapidly they'll deteriorate, and it won't take but a couple of weeks. So the best of the best are going to be few and far between, and you have the examples here of exactly why. There we go. Okay, there's the best one we got. I got good even color. Okay, let's re-examine this for marks. Right there behind the shoulder. Yeah, we missed that one. The chicken's starting to call me. I'll be there soon, baby. Okay, so these 3, how'd they look? Now he's got a few more marks. I don't quite like that one in front of his face. This one isn't gradable. This one's not going to make the cut. One on his face. Great shape. A couple of the small contusions here in the breast. Man, these are pretty minor. Alright, let's set that aside. I just turn this one upside down. Okay, this one, it's got a bit of toning on the lower third, almost like a shadow. And that can take away some interest, especially, but some people like the toners. Alright, this is probably the other ender, because we didn't find the other ender. Any marks on that from circling? No, that's pretty good. What's this on his chin? Have we got a mark there? Alright. And we got this one. And these are the best we've got on the roll. Alright. Mark right there. Alright, well, I wouldn't have a problem taking these 4. And there's 1, not you. And 2 and 3. And we got the 4th one, which we decided is the best, but we found a mark on his shoulder. There we go. I would have no problem taking these and putting them in holders and using those to assemble some sets. Hey, why not? This is the best you can get. And the rest of these, just they're junk. They're no good. No shit. Hit while the irons were hot. Quarters are made better than the pennies from the start. Well, first off, they don't use zinc cores. Yeah, they're better that way. But it's a better size. I mean, these people, they've been in the mint for 40 years working there, right? They got arthritis. They got government worker problems. Maybe they're not the best guys that are agile enough to handle these coins. See, I'm 15. I can't lift the darn things up without dropping them. Too many cameras, and the bags go to huge hoppers. Now, they don't usually steal a lot of stuff from the mint, but you know, there's always those 1964 peace dollars. Uh, Funny, sometimes stuff shows up in the safes of mint workers at home. Just funny the way that happens. Hmm. You ever watch the Andy Griffith show about the armored truck? No, I missed that, man. We didn't have cable TV. To get Andy Griffith, you had to have cable. Well, Steve Averill had cable. We'd go watch his stuff, and that was always fun. But we had 3 channels in PBS, which was really a channel, but we didn't call it a channel. We called it PBS, and it wasn't. It was different. They had weird stuff on PBS, and they still do. They got British sitcoms, for Christ's sakes. Whatever. So I'm going to take these and chuck them. They're done. They'll go back to the bank. These 4, the best 4 out of that roll, and I'm really questioning this one because of the toning. Okay. So what I can do, I can go through more rolls and see if I can get one that's better. Gosh, what did we do? An hour? How long have we been streaming for? Does it say? There it is. An hour and a half to go through a roll. Well, I'm going to tell you, if you're not explaining what you're doing, it goes a little faster. You can usually do a roll in a few minutes. Just pick out the best and to hell with the rest. And then when you're done, you've gone through 50 rolls out of a box, what's the best one you've got out of there? And maybe that one will be towards 67. But a lot of times you're going to have a hard time getting 65s out of there. I got 4 I'm pretty confident in. These are of good quality. I'm happy with them. I will use those, in sets. And the rest of these, bye-bye. I'll put that towards a pizza or some darn thing. The truck in Mayberry was a diversion. What, were they robbing the Mayberry store or something? We'll put an armored car over there, and everybody go and look and go, ooh, ah. Meanwhile, we'll rob the store. But that's when Barney Fife shows up, and he just wants a soda pop. Yep. Is that the episode where Andy gave Barney a bullet for his gun? Because I guess he never gave him a bullet. Probably for the best that way. Barney spilled the beans. Man, that Barney, he's always doing something. It was a gold shipment. Okay. Yep. Look, guys, there's stuff out there in circulation. You can find it. Pay attention. Go after it. When you're going after these rolls, go after detail and be extremely picky. You can go through dozens of rolls and find a blemish on every darn coin. But when you find that one that's tight, right, no marks, no spots, no blemishes, well centered, that one is a contender for for the big dollars. But nobody's going to buy those high grade coins unless they're certified. Well, if you can develop the skills to decide, yes, this is 66 or better, or 67 or better, and determine, okay, yeah, it's worth certifying, then by all means, you can actually make good money doing this. I know a guy, and he picks up 10 coins a month, but he spends all month looking for those 10 coins. This whole coin roll hunting thing, it's all about distillation, getting it down to those very few that are worth something. Stick with it, and there's a learning curve in there, right? You're not going to pick it up and say, this looks real good. Where do I get my $100? It doesn't really work that way. You got to put some savvy into it. Yep, you guys got it. The gold shipment truck on Andy. Look, I'm talking about coins. They're talking about Andy Griffith. All right. Well, I was thinking about killing this and going and checking the chicken because I think it sounds like it's ready. Boy, I'm getting hungry. Chicken. I can cook, That was a good show. They don't make them like they used to. Of course, little Ronnie is what? He's 64 or something like that. He's about to retire. Poor fella. Good show. Good night, says Aunt. Yeah. I'm going to go eat something. Well, I hope you learned a little bit the opportunity that this hobby presents. And it comes down to one coin out of 50,000. And you got to find it. I'm the queen of distraction. Good Lord. I'm a sucker to it. All right, guys. I want to thank you for stopping in. Let's see. Sunday's coming up sometime soon. Hopefully somebody will tell me what day it is, and we'll do that. What day is... When the sun comes up, it'll be Saturday. Okay. I got to go to the store, go to the post office, pick up some potatoes. Yeah, I'm going to pick up a pork butt. No, it's not a pig's butt. It's a Boston butt. It's a piece of shoulder. They call it a Boston butt because the cut was developed in Boston, and they would pack it in a wooden crate called, you ready, a butt. Hence the Boston butt. Come eat some great home cooking Cajun food one day. Man, I like the Cajun food, but I gotta eat ice cream if it's really spicy, right? Because the next day I'm sitting there going, oh, come on, ice cream! You guys stay groovy. I'm gonna go do my thing.